How do guys? Welcome to another episode on Avondale Hawkshire Moor. First things first, I'd like to thank all my new subscribers. I'm well impressed really. I mean, when I first started doing these videos, it took me a lot of courage to get my arse in gear and get something out. So yeah, thanks very much, and I hope you enjoy what I'm putting out. Right, what have I been up to? Bit of this, bit of that. I have put together a few short videos on how to build, well, how I build my retaining walls. I'll put that up in a minute. But first things first, I'll take the camera off the tripod, and I'll just go through what I've been up to around the layout and whatnot. At the minute, I've got a Castle Class, Graham Farris Castle Class Damien Gooch running round with the blood and custards, and I've also got my Black 5 Graham Farris Black 5 Lancashire Fusilier, which is running round with the Mark 1 BR Blues. You'll probably see it come round in a minute, so I'll just let that go past, and as I say, I'll take phone off the tripod and I'll just show you around what I've been up to, and put up the videos of how I do my retaining walls. My job's been priority at the minute. I'm a self-employed gardener, so obviously season's just started, so I've still been getting really busy and a bit knackered at night, so that's why I've took so long really. Here's the Lancashire Fusilier now, lovely local by the way. There we go. So what I'll do, I'll just take the camera off the tripod and I'll go around what I've been up to. Right, I have been having a bit of a tidy up. As you can see under here now, it's a little bit more organised. Bought a set of new drawers from IKEA actually, they're really good. So I've got all my bits in there. I've organised all this area. These drawers are off my dad. He were having a sort out of his fly tying bits, so I've made good use of them. Got my printer back out, been doing a few bits of printing. I'll put a few pictures up. You might see them in the Facebook group. I've been scratch building some shunt signals. These are scratch built. They're took me a long while. I am thinking about selling these. I'll put the pictures up now while I'm yapping. I've also built scratch built. This is one with the concrete base, and that's one without the concrete base. I've also made one. The bloody hell's it gone? I've made a disc type, and yeah, I have made it light up too. It's in here. I'll have to be careful because it. So that's the disc. You can see that. I'll put the picture up now while I'm trying to focus in. It does actually light up. That's the LED light bit and the frame. I tried making it operate, but it's so delicate. If I made it out of brass, it'd probably work, but I'm going to leave that because one of the LED ones took me, I don't know, the first prototype was 5 hours, 6 hours work by the time I'd finish, and the disc shunt signal, that was the same, that was six hours. So I need to narrow it down if I wanted to make them and sell them, so this is why I'm still undecided at the minute. So anyway, but yeah, I've got a good tidy up round here and a bit more organisation. So on the way out, what I've been doing, the tedious job of painting the rails. Most of them are done. I think I've got a little bit on the other side. Yeah, I have. I've got a little bit on the sidings here where the coal wagons are. But yeah, a big long task of painting all the side of the rails. But once it's ballasted, the results they're absolutely brilliant, and there's less weathering to do and making messier ballast. There's the Damien Gooch lovely loco. Any purchases? I don't think. My recent purchases to these Graham Farish weathered plank wagons. Really nice set. 2 boxes of 3 privately owned ones, obviously, and I bought the that Aber whatever it is Welsh thing as well to add to it. So I've got like a little nice mini old rake there, so I quite like that. But yeah, this is the I've painted me girder bridges. These were just grey at the time, but I thought I'd do them in some nice Bolton colours, as they say. They need weathering yet, but I'm quite happy with them as well. So yeah, this is the wall, the retaining wall I've built. As you can see, it's plastic sheeting, painted and weathered. So what we'll do, we'll go back in time and I'll show you how I've done it. It's not a long-winded video, so I think there's about 3 or 4 parts to it, something like that. Just a bit of a short one, just to show you how I do them. The mill, what I've got there, usually sits over there, but I am thinking of putting not a full line of the same one, but maybe just the window type, two lots of these, and these are from MMR models. They're laser engraved stuff, and really nice. So yeah, let me go back in time and show you how I scratch build these retaining walls. Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to build a wall, retaining wall, or a barrier wall, which runs along the back seam boards, and it goes down to a bridge down here, which is going to be a road bridge. Along the back seam, if I just come out a bit, there is going to be some low relief factories, mills, or whatever I decide on doing. So the wall's just going to continue on from the viaduct. As you can see, I've been busy putting some more droppers in, so I need to continue it from this point here, all the way down there, again, just down there. So what I'll do, I'll put the phone back on the tripod, and I'll show you how I'm going to do it and what I'm going to use. Okay, we're on the bench. Right, got some bits out here, what I'm going to be using. I'm actually using the sheet is 4mm Wills random. It's not random ashlar, it's just random block work, but it's really good for 2mm scale as well. So this is what I've used for the viaduct. So as you can see, I've already cut the retaining wall into, I think, 10 milli high. Yeah, 10 mil. So I need to paint some. I'm also using some Formex. It's really good. Love super glue. Good for shaping and moulding. So I need to stick the plastic sheeting on here like that, and that'll give it some rigidity, and then I'll be able to stick it over on the to the side of the track on the back scene. Matte 94 paint, some concrete, that's rail match, that's enamel, umbral, some bits and bats there which we'll use. So what I'll do, I'll get into it, and away we go. Right. Okay, right, so I stuck all the plastic card onto some foam board, as you can see at the back. I've numbered them 1 to 4 because what I've done is they can all interlock like so I can paint them all. I might stick 2 together, so and the joins will be hidden then. I'll put some styrene glue between them, and you'll not see that join. So what I'll do, I'll just do all that first. I think I will. I think I'll join 2 together, and then we'll start to paint them. Right, bit of paint. Matte 94, which is enamel. Just slap it on, self-explanatory. I've even cut out a little piece what's joining on from the viaduct to the embankment. So we'll get this painted, and I'll join you back again when it's dry and ready for the next stage. Right, so all painted, and it's all dry. Now, next bit is to get it looking like that. You can see that properly. So, it's dead easy, this stuff. There's no special about it. Tommy Weather Master powders, absolutely brilliant these. All I'm going to do, there's 2 stages to this, well, another 3 stages. These are makeup pads, which are better than the one what came with it, because it just disintegrates. So, bit of black on. Do it on this piece so you can see. And just lightly rub over the surface. We are going to be doing it again once I've done the next stage after this, because you do lose a bit of it, but lightly rub over it. Go in the direction downwards like that, because obviously the grime, and you can see that. I'm trying to, there we go. Just go over very, very lightly. Darker along the bottom edge and maybe a bit darker at the top. Once the walls have gone in, I'll show you how I make the coping tops. Again, dead easy, no special. It's pretty much similar to what I'm doing now. but just on a piece of Formex. So once you've done that, that'll do for now, because like I said, there's another bit to it. So I'll just show you on the wall. Move out to where, as you can see, you can hardly see that join now neither, where I've joined them together. That one you can a bit, but that'll disappear once I've done all this bit. Again, just we'll come over here. Very lightly. Going downwards motion like that. You press on, you'll push it into the great wines. And that's the key. You don't want to do that. You want to keep the great wines. But they are going to change colour, because I go and put a concrete colour over the top. But because it doesn't always fill it all, it gives some different tones, which is quite good. So I always put a bit extra on the top where it would be most grimy, and then in a few places just drag it down like that. It looks a bit streaky. Don't forget, rain and muck and crap will run downwards, not sideways. And we can see that. What we'll do, get all these done. What I might do is just get these done, this one length done, or half of it, and then I can show you the next bit. Alright, right, let's get on with it. Right, so as you can see, I've gone over with the Tamiya powders, and it's just give it like a bit of a blackened look over the surface. So the next bit is to add in some concrete colour in the mortar joints. So I've made up a 60-40, so 40% paint and 60% acrylic thinners in here. I make my own acrylic thinners. It's isopropanol about 60%, and the rest is water with a few drops of glycerin. I put that, it's dead cheap that, and it aids flow. It's good for when you're brushing, and it's also good when you add it into this. So just a blob of that to go in mixed in, and the capillary action, it just aids that. It's super. You'll see it now. So I've already had a test on here. What I'll do, I'll just zoom in for this bit. So as you can see there, and all you do, if you brush stroke it, you'll rub off everything. So the idea is get a brush which will hold a bit, and you just dab it more or less on the joint lines. And if you can see it there, the capillary action takes it in and flows outwards. It's very time consuming, but it gives brilliant results afterwards rather than just brush stroking it. So yeah, what you got to do, you just got to go around. If you stand it up as well, the paint does flow down to the bottom. And that's it. You just do this all over. So what you'll find is as well, when you've mixed your paint up, it'll start to dry up a bit in your tray, so you might just need to add a bit more thinners, acrylic thinners to it. You can see that. There we go. So what I'll do, I'll finish this off, and I'll do part of the wall, and then I'll just show you the next bit once it's done. All right. Okay, now we're up to the final bit of making these retaining walls. So as you can see, now the concrete is dried for the mortar lines. It's got some definition there, but we're just going to give it some more. So back to the tamine powders. It's a bit on, and this is where it comes to life. I'll try and get it a bit closer for you. Just again going over it ever so lightly. As you can see already, the effect that, I mean, this bit is like your weathering bit as well. I mean, you can go over it and add on some white salting, some other mosses and greens. I'll probably do it a bit later, but just for this part, I thought I'd just do it without and just show you what it looks like without. And if you look at that now, it's highlighted the stones, the concrete mortar lines. I mean, you can press on a little bit harder to give it some darkening at the top, and then run it down. Maybe a bit round here. See how dark it is there. Don't matter if you go into the concrete a bit, because sometimes it is a bit crappy. It's not all perfect. And there you go. That's that section there. Again, the walling. As you can see, that's how it is without the extra blackening. So a bit more of the weathering powder. I'll just bring it up so you can see it. And it's just a case of going over ever so lightly where you want it light, and then darken it where you want. Let's do a bit down here so it give you a look at how it's going to look. It takes a long time. It's a lengthy process, but it, you know, if you want it to look right, then have a go at doing this. If you're happy doing it with your own technique, then, you know, it's not the correct way now. You should do that, but it, you know, I quite like the effect it gives, and you can add a bit more later. And don't worry if you go too dark, because Christ, you see state some of these retaining walls are a right mess in places. Already you can see the. And what I have done, I use Formex for doing the coping tops. Again, it's the same way, using the MAT 94. So it's just strips of Formex. I marked them out at 10mm increments. And what I do is blunt blade, and just nip it there at the end. I'll just show you with this piece. And then when you've done that all the way along, and whatever length you want to do it, you just go back and just give it a bit of a score. Just try not to go for it. Go for it, don't matter. You could always join it back on, or just make another length if you've done it loads of times. But you need a blunt blade. If you do it with a sharp blade, you just go straight through it. But if you just give it a bit of a score, it does cut into it, which is you want. And as you can see, it's give the coping tops the effects of individual pieces, rather than cutting them at individual and putting them all on. It's a lot easier painted up. Okay, and again, weathering powder, stick a bit on. And it's just a case of just move it up here. I've got a flat surface, going over it, darker in places, and light lift off it for a bit of a lighter effect, like there. And turn it on its side, and then just rub it down the side, and do that all the way along. I won't do all this bit because it's just to show you how I do it. And what I do once you've finished doing this part, I usually seal it up before I put the weathering on, just in case you make a mistake and you can rip it off, or sometimes it can take off your work anyway. Just use some matte varnish. I usually use this high coat stuff. Let me just get it a minute. I use this range for everything. It doesn't react. I've got the primer, matte lacquer, matte black, loads of different colours. What I have in the cupboard under here. But yeah, once you've done this all the way along, that is your coping top. And obviously I've already done one wall and glued it on. Like I said, you could get, I usually use a white crayon, or I've got a white marker pen. It's dead fine tipped and it's like a chalk effect, and you just, wherever you want it, just drag it down in places on a bit of mould, or should I say mould, moss and lichen or whatever. But for now I'm just going to keep them like that, and probably do a bit of weathering on them when they're actually in place, because I could easily hoover it off if I make a mess. So, and there you go, there's how I do. Obviously this piece is going to go on the finishing part of the viaduct, where it joins onto the banking. There we go. I'll stick them on layout, and I'll show you in situ with a walk or two. Nice one. So there you are, guys. There's just a quick tutorial how I make my retaining walls. As you can see, they're in situ. Let's have a quick look along them. All the way back down now to the bridge. I've used the same effect on the walls below the girder there, and also exactly the same effect and technique on my viaduct, and there's the little triangular piece which has got in there. I need to finish some bits on top of there, but yeah, again, it'll work for 00 gauge because it is 4mm scale Wills sheet, but like I say, it works well for 2mm. So thanks again. I don't know when next video will be out. I'll pick another project around the way out, but yeah, cheers, and I'll see you all again soon. Ta-da.